welcome to the Congo Hour. I'm your host, Wayna, along with my co-host, Trippy,
Hello.
who is in some kind of crazy
Thank you for watching.
today.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
What's going on? How was your weekend?
My weekend was really good. And it's crazy. I have this like short-term memory thing. Like I don't remember what I did this weekend. I didn't do too much of anything. I studied. I had a report that was due today.
Where are you going to school?
To Wilmington University,
What are you studying?
business management.
Okay. How much longer do you have?
2 more years or less. I'm gonna try to do, get it done quicker than
That's
I
good.
should. But I'm really excited. I just got finished my humanities class. I was a little disappointed because I got an A minus. And Amber fusses at me, Mommy, it's an A, but I don't like that little minus on the end.
Ah, I got you.
So, hush. What do you feel about it? You feel the same as Amber?
Yeah, pretty much, but
Really?
maybe we have lower standards than you, so keep your standards high though. Don't lower them just for us. That's good though. So you take one class at a time, or how's that work?
No, I'm at Wilmington. You can do blocks. So I do blocks of classes, and I'm also doing this accelerated weekend class.
Okay.
So I had 3 block classes, which are 7 weeks. So all the 15 week information is only in 7 weeks.
So you like the oldest one in the class?
And some of my classes, Trippy, I am.
All right. How's that feel? Are they calling you like Mrs.
They
Miss?
do.
Do they call you Miss Wayna?
Yeah, like Miss Wayna. What do you think about this, Miss Wayna?
That's all right though. At least you're doing it. That's what counts.
Yeah, I am. But yeah, I'm excited, and I'm glad you're on that note because I want to encourage those that are in high school. Don't wait till you get older to go back to school. I want to encourage you to go like right after high school, and I also want to encourage those who did not return to go back. I'm really having fun learning, and Ugundi's in school too. He's almost done. I think he only has like 2 more semesters to go. So we're like in this competition thing, getting on
That's
the
good,
dean's
though.
list and everything. So yeah.
What's he taking?
He's doing, he gonna hurt. I think he's doing organizational management and political science. He's
Okay.
doing 2. So he's doing really well too.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Thank you.
So I think we have just one guest this evening, right?
One guest.
I was gonna say 2 guests, but Sammy's Corner is like its own entity, so it can't
so
really.
one guest.
So just one guest.
We did have another one, but they had an emergency.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'm excited, Trippy, because our first guest is a female, and March is the month of Women's History Month. So I am trusting and believing that our next guest will be making history for the state of Delaware. So you ready to welcome our guest?
All right, yeah,
All
welcome
right.
to the show, Miss
Welcome.
Kamika Bell.
Hello, guys.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Your tiara is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
very much.
You're welcome. So what made you get interested in becoming Mrs. Delaware International?
Yes. Well, Wayne, I've competed in pageants long time ago, back in my younger years.
Okay.
And the system approached me a few years ago, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not interested. I have a lot on my plate right now. And then I received another email from the organization. I said, you know what? Let me try this. And more importantly, when I heard the word international, it really stuck out to me because I've done a lot of international work for the past 7 years. I was blessed to travel to Nicaragua, South Africa, and Angola, helping young people and expose them to different countries. So when the word international was in a part of the platform, I'm like, yes, I think I'm going to try this. And then more importantly, having a platform, a cause that you really stand firm by. And that was one reason that I decided to get more involved with the organization as well.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
good.
And what is your cause that you?
My cause is youth mentoring through Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Delaware.
Okay.
I've been blessed to have been mentoring and working with youth for over the past 10 years. And I wanted to continue working with young people, and I didn't want to reinvent the wheel. So I said, what national organization could I partner with? And I decided to go with youth mentoring through Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Delaware because whomever wins the international title, they would have to be a spokesperson for the international pageant, advocating for this particular cause. So I've been
Okay.
doing a lot of work. You and I both, as
Mm-hmm.
we've been into the same school, mentoring young people. So it's been such a rewarding opportunity for me as well.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been at Shortledge mentoring? The
I've been
whole
at-
time? Or?
Yeah, since actually, I want to say since actually when I won the title, I immediately went in to start doing my work. So I
Okay.
want to say September. I've been there. I try to go like once a week, but with my schedule sometime, because this is a job. I have a
Yeah.
full-time job, and I have this job, and it's just, I wear many hats. Being a wife, a mother, so life is busy. But I try to go into the school once a week. If not, it's like every other week. No more than twice a month I'm into the school with my mentee. Yes.
Okay. How has that experience been?
It's been a wonderful experience. Actually, I started out with one mentee, and I was working with her from this young lady from September until the end of Christmas break, and she decided to go to another school, so they matched me with another
Okay.
mentor. So I've been working with this young lady as well. They were both in 4th grade in the same classroom, so it's been
Okay.
really an awesome opportunity as well.
Now, you mentioned you're a wife and a mother.
Yes.
So do you have them helping you out with your pageant? With your
Absolutely. My husband is such a phenomenal man. I'm truly blessed to have a wonderful husband because he supports me. We were at a gala last Saturday, and a gentleman came up to start talking to us. He said, "So you're just a chauffeur. You just kind of just stand around the driver." So wherever I need to go, he's there with me. He supports me, and I always ask him, "Are you sure you want to go? It's going to be a long night, or do you want to?" Or because a lot of times I really prefer to volunteer when I'm doing the charity events. I really want to go in and roll my sleeve up. I may have my crown and sash on for a little bit. I'm like, let me take this stuff off. I just want to roll my sleeve and really get some service work in. So I said, we're both going as volunteers. So Euclid, oh yes, I'm fine. So most of the time he travels with me with my events. If he's not able to go, I try to have someone else to come with me as well too. And sometimes I go alone because sometimes it's fun to go alone because you can meet new people. You have no other choice but to socialize and to network. And my son, he's this amazing. Kyle, he's 9 years old. He'll be 10 on Thursday. So he's at school. "Mom, I told everybody you're Mrs. Zeller. They don't believe me. Can you please come in and read to my class?" So it's been an awesome journey, and it really has allowed me to become a better woman, become a better mother, to become a better wife, and more importantly, number one, besides the crown and the sash, I'm an ambassador for Christ. That's first and foremost, is using the crown and the sash as a microphone to tell people about Christ. That's number one. Yes.
Very good. So the pageant's taking place when and where?
July the 24th through the 28th in Jacksonville, Florida. So it's local. It's not too far if people wanting to come to the pageant support. They don't have to go to another country. So it's right in Florida. So I'm really excited about the opportunity.
Very
Yes.
good. So you need sponsorship.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I pretty much met my main goal, but it's a lot of cost involved as far as your evening gown, your fitness wear, and they have the best of the best makeup artists, and you want to look nice and everything when you're going to prepare your cocktail dresses. So the little expenses add up as you go, but I was able to meet my first goal, and I was truly blessed to receive that as well. So it's other little things I'm trying to get as I go through my journey, like my evening wear and my fitness, and my outfits I need throughout the day, and making sure my hair is right. Little things you need to make sure we as women, we are representing. I want to represent the state of Delaware in the best fashion. So
very good.
Yes.
So maybe I was thinking maybe there are boutiques
Yes.
that are watching that
Yes.
have evening gowns that may want to sponsor you.
Yes, yes.
How would they contact you?
Well, they can contact me. I do have a Facebook page. They can go to Mrs. Delaware International 2014 on my Facebook page, or they can go to my personal Facebook page as well as Kamika Lynette Bell as well too. Yep.
Okay. Very good.
All right. So when you go down to Jacksonville in July, what's that whole process going to be like?
It's a very rigorous process. Last year, I believe they had 71 contestants, and
Okay.
married women come from all across the world. We had contestants last year from Asia, South Africa. We have a lot of the state delegates as well. So I will be preparing for 50% of the competition is interview, and is really primarily on your platform. What will you do if you would win this title? How could you promote Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Delaware? So I've been working very closely with Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and and you and I both know what they need is they need more mentors. So trying to, advocate for them, getting mentors to come into the school to mentor the kids. So how would I promote this organization on a national level? So they really want someone who has a really strong passion and a conviction for their platform. And it's a pageant, they want to make sure you're physically fit. So I have to get out there in a fitness outfit and let them know that I'm physically fit, and more importantly, your evening wear. They want to see how poised you are in your evening gown as well too. So.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
You sound very excited.
Yes, I'm very excited. A lot of hard work, a lot of preparation. It's a job. I'm every weekend or during the week I'm on a road, actually volunteering, promoting my platform, making appearances. So it's really a lot of work. But I'm honored and grateful to represent the state of Delaware.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you mentioned that big brothers and big sisters,
Yes.
how much they need mentors, especially men.
Yes.
So if anybody out there wants to be a mentor through big brothers and big sisters, they can go to your Facebook page and you can give them some
Absolutely.
information.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
And I think there are 3 different categories. They can do it in school, they can do it in the community.
Yes.
And there's another one, I think there are 4. There's another one where you can, like parents can do it together.
Yes, absolutely.
They can mentor together, and then if you want to mentor a child of an incarcerated parent,
Yes.
You can do that also.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
also spouses, couples, if you want to mentor together, they're always
Yeah.
looking for couples to come in and to mentor as well too. Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Yes, it's a very rewarding experience. It
Absolutely,
is.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love it.
Yes.
How's your mentee doing?
He's doing good. I should bring him on here one Sunday.
Yeah, that
I
would
think
be
he would love
nice.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing
Yes.
fine now.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
coming on and
You're
sharing.
my pleasure. Thank you for
And
having
we wish
me.
you the best. And
Thank
so
you.
when you win, you'll have to come back on.
Yes, absolutely.
All
Yes,
right.
absolutely. Thank you so much, guys,
You're
for having me. I
welcome.
really
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well, the door has opened, and Sammy Corner will be coming on next. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be
Okay.
right back.
Hello and welcome back to the Congo Hour. We hope that you enjoyed our first interview. And now we're going to have Corner, and as usual, he has no idea what he's going to talk about until the camera comes on. So, what's it going to be, buddy?
Mr. C, why do you allow him to treat you the way he does? Let's talk about that.
There's some things, Wayne, that just can't be controlled.
And you just let him go.
Let it go. Like you got a flood, you let the flood go.
You just let it go.
Like they said, what did the Romans do when it rained?
What did they do?
Let it rain.
They didn't have a choice.
They had no choice. So that's the same way.
Trippy, just like
Just
Trippy.
this flow is on course.
He is so funny.
Oh, so what's going on, boss?
I feel good tonight. I feel good. I feel good and I feel bad. Okay. I take a lot of, I think it's a lot of fun, and I take a lot of pride in watching 28 on Sundays. And it allows me to understand how lucky I've been as a man in our world today. I just noticed that, the young lady that just left here, and I heard the mayor talk, and I heard Howard talk, and all through the day I was listening to just different people talking. Very few people talk about family. And family is everything. And I remember when you grew up, we grew up in the finest area Black community called Oakmont. Great. I mean, you everybody on the street, everybody knew you. We could leave without saying anything. We didn't say we would leave. Just take neighbors take over. And it was so wonderful. And I feel so good about that for us, but working in that community so that you get more value for it. As young people, I mean, we just give a job. That job be very meaningful. Find out what he learned or got of that summer experience. We need more to it. Just give a job, come to agency, and the agency does not have time or been prepared. Many things that do like that value the people should be given their shit. And there's no understanding of what that young person should get out of it. And so I think that in a community, if we had all these jobs that's going to be available, but started like now and understanding, and when you really look at that young person's address and say, where can we place this person? It should start now with developing relationships, and not that we employed, but we got so much out of it. They got so much out of it, and we should have them tell some stories or write a paper about what they got out of it and what do they want to do next year. How can they be more helpful next year? It is just unfortunate that we aren't placing community. You know, I heard Herman talking about some things that they were going to do over in South Bridge, and that's wonderful. And we have to have more and more and more of community. You know, I believe that when we focus in on community, things will change.
Most definitely.
Now, as you tell me, I talk too much, but
I'm learning.
Yeah.
But you're right, especially about the summer jobs as far as the city of Wilmington. That's been one of our concerns on council, is that we don't prepare the children enough to go into the job and get something out of it. And like you said, we don't prepare the person who is giving them the job. A lot of times they're babysitters, and they don't have a structure where that child is getting a full day's work, or even however long they're supposed to be there. They're not getting. It's not as good as it should be. We need work. It needs help. Maybe that's something that you can talk to Mayor Williams about, because it definitely does need to be improved. It's great that the kids are getting a paycheck, and it is keeping them busy, but it's not as fulfilling as it could be if those especially if the jobs are better prepared to enrich that whole experience that summer youth experience.
That's good. I was also thinking that even prior to them starting, have some kind of session teaching them etiquette in the office, the proper attire to wear, and things of that sort too.
That's part of it.
They do.
But it doesn't go far enough. That's the only concern. It just doesn't go as far as it could.
They do it prior. I mean, they have them like sessions prior to them going to.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they just fill out an application and they call them and say.
There is some training involved, but it's just not. It doesn't go as far as it should. And how do you want to challenge people, Dad, who I guess to be more neighborly? Like, what do you want to maybe put some challenges out there to people who are watching?
You can start tomorrow.
I know you said it's going to snow.
Right.
So, what do you think? What can they do?
I think it should be a part of, if you're physical and able, you should try to find out who in the community isn't able to clear the sidewalk. You know, it's like when we do ours at home, we go across the street and do Bus Hackett's, because he isn't physically able. You know, that is a part, and then I'll go around the neighborhood with the plow and plow out some. I don't want any phone calls telling me to come and plow. But if it's necessary and I have the time, I'd be glad to do that.
I don't think I ever told you this, but I think two. We've had so many snowstorms this winter, but I think two snowstorms ago, I put it on Facebook. If any elderly person in the city needed their sidewalk shoveled, that some friends and we would go around and shovel their sidewalks. And I got a lot of responses, and we went around and shoveled their sidewalks.
That was probably the time I didn't get mine shoveled.
That was it. See, but you didn't mind that sacrifice, did you?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at
I was
all.
just making sure.
Not at all. I just think that there's some warmth in that, and we need more warmth. We need more feeling good about one another, not being suspicious of one another, or sometimes you see your neighbor and you don't speak, you don't put a shout out and say, how are you? Is there anything I can do?
And people think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. They just wonder why.
There are people who
I
think you're
that,
crazy.
no, you're crazy. Not a thing, right, sir?
Absolutely.
No,
Okay.
but because I really like living at 24th and Market, and it's because I have that. I know so many people around there, and it's like I feel like that's my home because I kind of grew up around there, so I just know so many people, and it's just like when I come outside, I get to talk to so many people, and I mean it's a good feeling.
You like the mayor
But-
of 24th Street,
No,
really? No,
I
you
wouldn't
really
say
are.
that. But
I would.
Versus like being when I was younger, being in Hocassin, and really didn't know the neighbors as well, at home. But at Market Street, it's just like it's a very good feeling just going out and being able to talk to the neighbors and just seeing people that you know and having conversations. Even though it gets kind of crazy around there, but it's still a good feeling just knowing that I have people around there who care for me and I care for them.
That's a good example, because 24th Market is a great location. I feel good when I go there. I really do. The only problem with 24th and Market, it gets neglected. And it has been occupied by people who could not afford to do what was necessary to keep their homes up. And it's like if you want a Range Rover, and it's got 200,000 miles on it, but you just need a car, and you take that, you're going to be accused of tearing the car up. And the car was already torn up before you got it. Only thing, it was shiny. Okay, and I see people today whitewashing homes. When I say whitewash, just putting cosmetics on the home. And when the home needs a new transmission, and all they do is put some oil in it, and in 30 days the transmission is down. We have to have homes that are totally, they have to be subsidized first, because the people in the neighborhoods can't keep up with the cost of doing business today with homes. And then you got the taxes, the insurance, and people aren't accustomed to that. I know that there is a push on home ownership. I don't believe that people should be given the responsibilities of home ownership until they've had the experience of understanding there's more than a mortgage. There's upkeep, there's insurance, there's taxes, there's water bills. And sometimes when these unknowns come in, something gets neglected. And so I think there should be a process by which people understand how to manage their budget and understand all these unknown factors before just putting them in a home. And it's like a young lady gets pregnant and has a baby. She has no clue on the responsibilities. And if she's out there by herself, she can get in a lot of trouble just trying to keep up with the responsibilities with people who are taking the advantage of her. And we don't put all that into it. We say the kids are crazy. This young lady is really trying to survive. She's not crazy. Unfortunately, she got pregnant, and it probably wasn't planned. But at the same time, all this stuff comes in on her, and she goes wacky. That is what we're faced with today. There's no community coming in saying, we're here to be with you.
Making sure she's okay.
Get your education. Some night when you want to go to school, I'll take care of the baby. Some night when you want to do something, I'll take care of the baby. Make that person feel good.
That's true.
And encourage them instead of just letting them go and be swallowed up by that negativity.
That's very good.
That's a good point. So I guess if we get this snow like we're supposed to, we're going to challenge the viewers out there to not only shovel your sidewalk, but go past the property line and shovel your neighbors and
Like way past the property line.
But seriously, that means a lot to someone who may not be able to get out there themselves and know that their neighbors are going to take care of them. So let's see how that works out. Maybe we can get some feedback during the week of people who did it, and they can tell us their experience of how it went when people do
And
that.
the other thing is that you may not be able to shovel your own snow, but you could make some hot chocolate, bake a pie, There's just so many things. Make some soup for the community who's out there working hard, trying to do some things. And it does not mean that they have to do your sidewalk, but just to let them know that they're loved and they're appreciated, and come on into my house and have a bowl of soup.
Wow, that's good. I'm thinking your wife makes the best navy bean soup.
The very best.
So, Miss Congo, I know you're watching. Would you please be kind and make a pot of navy bean soup, and Trippy or Mr. C can bring it in town for me? How's that
if
sound?
there's any left.
I know she'll save me at least a bowl or two.
I think she will. Well, that's what I was thinking about, and that is community. And I think about it all the time. And when I'm giving my little dissertations that you say I don't know what I'm talking about, I always think that the bottom line is community.
That's true.
And that one of the things that to grow the awareness of our young people is assign them to a civic organization.
That's good.
And so they can get some awareness of the responsibilities living in that community and what people are doing that they have no clue.
Mr. C, there's a young lady, and her name I forget her name, but I went to the Vanderbilt Avenue Civic Association on just this week, and one of the members, they bring their granddaughter there, and she sits there, and she's actually learning. She was interacting with the police officers that were there. They came to give us their report and everything. So I think that's an excellent idea. I mean, she was really into it too. I wish I remembered her name.
It's just what other people do.
Miracle is her name.
Okay.
Her name was Miracle.
Other people do that in their communities,
Yes.
and we are probably the only community that does not take that challenge to
That's true.
to join in and not always have to agree. Some people they don't want to agree with anything. Just listen and take a chance that somebody else can do something right also.
Sound like you was at my civic association meeting. We haven't even discussed that.
How
But
old is Miracle?
I think she was 8 or 9 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
think
it
she,
starts at home.
She wants
Absolutely.
to come on the show. I think it's the
Does she
same little girl
really?
who wants to come on the show. She wants to be a student of the week.
Oh,
I think she's going to
okay.
be within the next couple of weeks. I think that's her.
Oh, I hope it is her.
I think that's her.
Too funny.
Our survival isn't how much we can get from the government. Our survival is how we take care of ourselves
Very true.
and each other.
Very true.
And develop. I'm so proud of you and the fact that you sacrificed so much to finish your education.
Thank you.
And I see you really working hard at that. And it makes me feel good to see that sacrifice, because everything is a sacrifice.
Most definitely.
And if you don't get out of what you really want to. You may get something out of it, but not what the sacrifice. You know, I was asking someone at one time, I don't know if it was you or who, I said, what is the greatest way that you know, or how do you display love? And normally you get emotions and, you whisper in their ears and all that. The greatest that I believe is sacrifice. And that begins to develop that love for whoever it is. When the more you sacrifice for them, the more you really know. What's that song? He with all the great quotations and all that stuff. But when you see sacrifice being made, I think that I do not agree with Norman's promo with Sidney Poitier, the Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, when he tells his father, I owe you nothing, after he had made the sacrifice. I believe that that's when you can say, I know you love me. Anyone that walked 75,000 miles with that mail pack and didn't have to.
Right.
And so that's the big part. When you don't have to and you do it and enjoy doing it for the purpose of seeing a better life for somebody else.
Very true, and I wholeheartedly agree with that, with the definition of what love is.
Well, I am over time, as usual. And I guess Trippy wants us to take a quick break. Is that what he wants us to do?
Yeah, I think we're going to take a quick break. But I want to end your segment with, it was on my mind and now I just lost it. Oh, that we are our neighbor's keepers.
That's true.
So definitely with the snowstorm, we want to do some of the things that Mr. Congo encouraged us to do, which was one, make sure you find out who's in your neighborhood that is not able to shovel their snow, and go shovel their snow. Don't even knock, you don't even have to knock, just shovel it, right? You don't have to go knock on the door to look for anything in return. Just go and shovel it, go past the property line, fix some hot chocolate, a nice bowl of navy bean soup. What else did we say we could do?
Just do anything.
Anything you can do.
To show that you love somebody.
Yes.
Do some sacrificing.
Yes.
It's so important. It's, I always refer to the Good Samaritan who says, if I don't help him, the guy said to his buddy, if you go help him, what might happen to you? And he says, if I don't help him, what might happen to him? And so we have to go through life in that kind of mindset, always remembering that it's not you that's important. It's the other person that is important, and so much love will come out of that.
Very good. Thank you for your segment. As always, it's always nuggets of wisdom. So thank you so very much, Mr.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
All right. So we're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back with our funeral announcements and some community news.
Okay, welcome back. At this time, we're going to have our funeral announcements. First, we have Mr. Kenneth Brown, Sr., age 62, who departed this life February the 18th. His funeral services were yesterday, and his burial was private. Mr. Harold DeJarnette, age 66, departed this life February the 21st. His funeral services were also yesterday, and his burial took place in the Grace Lawn Memorial Park. Miss Laura Griffin, age 88, departed this life February the 22nd. Her funeral services were yesterday, and her burial took place in the New Evergreen Cemetery in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Mr. Joel Gibbs, age 62, departed this life February the 19th. His funeral services will be on Wednesday at 11 a.m. at the Congo Funeral Home on 24th and Market Streets. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and his burial will be in the Delaware Veterans Memorial Cemetery. Mr. Nathaniel Montgomery, age 88, departed this life February the 21st. His funeral services will be on Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Congo Funeral Home on 2nd and Gray Avenue. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and his burial will be private. Mr. James E. Stanford, Sr., age 78, departed this life February the 26th. His funeral services will be on Thursday at 10 a.m. at the Congo Funeral Home on 24th and Market Streets. Viewing will be from 8 to 9:45 only, and his burial will take place in the Grace Lawn Memorial Park. Ms. Victoria Martin, age 43, departed this life February the 26th. Her memorial service will take place on Saturday, March the 8th at 11 a.m. at the Episcopal Church of Saints Andrew and Matthew, 719 Shipley Street. There will be a family greeting from 10 to 10:45 only, and her burial will be private. Miss Sheila Miller McGriff, age 37, departed this life February the 27th. Her funeral services will be on Monday, March the 10th at the Congo Funeral Home on 24th and Market Streets. Viewing at 6 p.m. Viewing from 4 to 5:45 only, and her burial will be private. Services for Mr. Harold Roberts. He will be interred at the Delaware Veterans Memorial Park on Tuesday, March the 5th at 11 a.m. And services will be announced for Mr. William Parson, age 81, who departed this life on March the 2nd. And services will also be announced for Mr. Francis Matthews, age 49, who departed this life February the 26th. And services will be announced for Miss Ellen Thompson, age 67, who departed this life on February the 28th. Mr. Samuel M. Lee, age 61, who departed this life February the 24th. His funeral services will be on Monday, March the 10th at 2 p.m. at the Congo Funeral Home on 2nd and Gray Avenue, and his burial will be announced at a later time. Miss Catherine Neal, age 77, who departed this life on February the 27th. Her funeral services will be on Saturday, March the 8th at 11 a.m. at the Congo Funeral Home on 24th and Market Streets. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and her burial will be announced at a later time. And Mr. Bobby McDonald will be interred at the Delaware Veterans Memorial Park on Tuesday, March the 4th at 2 p.m. And that does conclude all of our funeral announcements. If you have any questions, just please call us at the funeral home at 652-8887. Also, you can always go to our website at www.congofuneralhome.com. Just have a few birthday announcements that we want to make. I want to say happy birthday to Reverend Aaron Moore. I think he celebrated his birthday on March the 1st, I think it is, March the 1st. Happy birthday to Aaron Barrett, who celebrated his birthday on he's going to celebrate his birthday on March the 6th. And also happy belated birthday to my cousin Ardella, who celebrated her birthday last Wednesday. Happy birthday. All right, thank you so much for joining. If you ever want to be a part of the show, please call us at 652-8887. And stay tuned for Community Crossfire by Mr. Ugundi Jacobs. He's gonna be sitting in for Norman Oliver. So stay tuned and see what's on his mind. Thank you for watching, and God willing, we'll see you next Sunday.